Good evening. This is Tom Alexander. This Sunday, April 24th, right? Yeah, April 24th. It is 6:32 p.m. Eastern Time in beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. Hope you all have had a nice weekend. This is the weekend. This is the video version addendum to the weekend report I send out each week. All of you should be receiving that. If you want it, you're not receiving it, shoot me an email, tom@alexandertrading.com, and I'll put you on the list. If you find value in this video, please like it, subscribe. If you want notifications, hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified every time that I do one of these things. So we're coming into a really interesting time frame in the markets. Let's show the screen. Now, these are the cash indices. The cash levels are the most important levels that you want to monitor. And there are a couple things to make note of here. I think that we're going to see a short-term low probably by Wednesday. We had rather dramatic selling on Thursday and Friday. We had 2 consecutive days of -2,000 closing NYSE breadth. I'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. That's really rare. We are approaching very important levels. The ideal trade, the ideal setup here would be if we trade below the March lows by one or more of the indices, and there's a divergence with some of the others not following through. This is a hallmark of almost every single significant top and bottom, intermediate term top and bottom in the indices, and it has been as long as I've been trading for 37 years. It's far more important to monitor things like that than trying to figure out which stochastic or RSI reading is going to give you the best reading at this point in time. Trade market structure, and this is trading market structure. Now the Russell, it has been weak. This is a really important level. It has intermediate to long-term implications for the bull trend, a close below this level, frankly. Now, that doesn't mean the market will immediately crash if it gets below these levels. It would be extremely bearish short-term, at least short-term, if all 4 of the indices close below these March lows. I don't think you're going to see that until we get an attempt at a substantial rally, and then maybe, we'll see what happens. But I don't get too far out there in the if and or but space. Okay, the levels we want to watch, and by the way, here are the futures since I landed on this page. Globex just began trading. It's very narrow range. Globex has been nutty lately. Okay, here are the weekly levels, and it's basically the March, February lows, and then the March high in all of the indices. And let me find, I've got so many charts. Let's see here. Apologies. All right, we'll make it simple. Your key reference areas are Friday's high. Now, if Friday's high are exceeded, and I'll put this in the report, it's unequivocally short-term bullish. If all 4 of the primary U.S. trading indices flip around on Monday or Tuesday and close above Friday's high, that's an important event. Well, again, to reiterate what I said before, the downside level are the March lows. Now, between Friday's close and March lows, you're in the twilight zone, the middle of nowhere. There's no identifiable obvious level at this point, but Friday's highs are critical. The March lows are critical. That's all you need to know. Let's see what else have we got here. What else is in the report this week? The levels show you the profile view. All right. The last 3 months is one auction. This is where we closed here. This is Friday's low. Now, coincidentally, if we close above Friday's high, it puts you right back into the high volume node of an increasingly mature structure. When you have a structure that is this mature, what you're looking for is an initiative move. You're looking for another auction of the same relative degree to form. So that's why these lows are so important. And we'll be monitoring this very closely this week. Okay, let's take a look at some internal stuff. Okay, I put the chart we typically look at in the report. This is a 10-day moving average of NYSE advancing issues. Now, this is a 2-day moving average. This is breadth. You can see we had consecutive breadth readings of -2,000. That's very rare. That's why I made a 2-day moving average. And you have to go, this was in a similar position. And then before that, here, it marked lows all the way down. The exception being, if we're going to go into some sort of mini 2-week crash or something like we saw in 2020. So that's why I am in the camp that thinks even if we're in a bear market, and I don't know if we're in a bull market or bear market, and as I've said before, it really is a matter of semantics from a trading perspective. But even if we are in a bear market, you're getting really compressed in a short-term time frame. So even if we're going to break the March lows by all 4 of the indices, I think if we sell off hard, I think by Wednesday, you will see an attempt at a really sharp rally. And it will be important to see the nature of that rally going forward. And if that happens, I will do another update and let you know. Hope you guys have a wonderful remaining weekend, and I will talk with you again soon.